Now, the web browser here is a slightly modified version of your standard web browser. It does have full flash support, so inline videos will be able to be displayed right there on the phone itself. I'm going to load here. This phone does have AT&T's HSPA Plus support for the 21 megabits per second speed. However, it does depend greatly on the area that you're in whether you are going to be able to attain those speeds or not. Unfortunately, in this area, we do not have benefits of that high-speed data, but we have seen some data, some solid data speeds from this phone itself that are higher than other phones that we've seen in the area, but we do not get the full 21 megabit per second, unfortunately. Now that our page is loaded here, you can see pinch to zoom works very well. It's very fast, and it renders the text there quickly and easily. It's very smooth and easy. You can, of course, double tap to zoom, and it will reflow the text to format. And it works in landscape as well to reflow. Over here, we've got some Flash content that you can enable to start playing. By default, it is set to on demand. But there we've got a Flash ad playing there. And there's a video embedded in the page.
Hi, this is Michael Horrell from Overburn.com, and today I have with me the Samsung.
You can also have multiple pages open. If you go to Windows, you can open a new tab. You can switch between the two quickly and easily. Taking a look at Samsung's email client here. We've got a couple email clients, email accounts set up on it. We've got a Gmail and an AIM account. And with the email client here, it's the same one that we've seen on TouchWiz before, but it does offer you the combined inbox, so you can kind of see different accounts all at once, and you can see the different color notifications there. Supports formatted text, so you can get different fonts and colors and such. Pinch to zoom support as well. Zoom in all the way out. No double tap to zoom though in the email client. Also has HTML support, so you can see some HTML content there. And don't forget to like us on Facebook while you're at it. And that's supported in landscape as well. It doesn't have the new email client that we saw on the Galaxy S2 that has the split window pane box. So hopefully that will come with an update because that looked really cool. Also included is the standard Gmail client. It's a standard Gmail client that we've seen on every Android device up to this point. No pinch to zoom, but it does support HTML and supports formatting. And of course, all the other great Gmail features that we've come used to. Taking a look at the messaging application here, you've got your messaging app there, and you can get the standard Samsung TouchWiz interface on it with the bubbles and such. The included keyboard is a Samsung keyboard here that is slightly modified. You can enable text replacement and T9 autocorrect, but by default it is disabled. It does support voice search as well. Also pre-installed is the swipe keyboard, and you can switch back to the standard Android keyboard if you'd like. The Samsung keyboard works fairly well though. It's very fast, as long as you can type on the right keys. And you can see here the text messages are done in a conversation style. The keyboard here is very easy to type on. That 4.5-inch screen definitely gives you a lot of real estate to move your fingers around. You don't really hit into your fingers too much, and it definitely does not feel cramped in any way whatsoever. Take a look at the notification. You can see standard notifications up at the top. One thing that we wanted to share with you is something new with an Android device on AT&T. The Samsung Infuse is the first Android device on AT&T that allows side loading of applications, meaning that you can install applications outside of the Android market. Every other Android phone on AT&T has not had this feature here where you could enable that checkbox to install out-of-market applications. What that means for most users is they will be able to take advantage of the Amazon App Store, which previously AT&T users could not access because they could not install applications out of market. So it's nice to see that AT&T has finally corrected that and enabled the option for users if they would like. Taking a look at the camera, we've got your Samsung TouchWiz camera interface that we've seen many times before. Usually works very well, and we generally like it. Features tap to focus for focusing. You've got your side pane here with different options. You can switch between the front and the rear camera quickly and easily. So there we are on the front camera, which is a 1.3 megapixel model. Back over to the rear camera, we've got 8 megapixels of resolution, and it records video at 720p height HD. And you've got your camera button on the screen here. There's no camera key on this model, so you do have to use the camera button itself. And pressing it like so will snap a picture after focusing. Should you pre-focus, the picture will snap immediately without waiting for the pre-focus to happen. And you can access your gallery right there. You can scroll through your pictures quickly and easily. And of course, you've got pinch to zoom support. And you can easily share the picture or set it as a contact or wallpaper icon. Switching over to video. Set your resolution up as high as you'd like, up to 720p. And you can record your video like so. As with most Samsung TouchWiz phones, you've got a pause function in the video, so you can pause a clip without having to separate into two clips. And then you've got your stop button as well that will actually stop the clip. Got our video of our little Andy Android there. And then we can play back the clip right here. Function in the video, so you can pause a clip without having to separate into two clips. Video looks pretty smooth and the frame rate is good. Audio is good as well once you move your hand away from the speaker on the back. Seems to cut off the end of the video before you actually stop recording though. So that's a look at the hardware and software of the brand new Samsung Infuse 4G. It's got that massive 4.5-inch screen, really the star of the show here. Super AMOLED Plus technology gives it great viewing angles, great color and such. It's a little bit grainy when you look at it close. Most users will probably not notice that though. Otherwise, this phone is very fast and responsive with that 1.2 gigahertz processor. Very enjoyable to use and without any lags. And if you happen to be living in an area where HSPA Plus is enabled from AT&T, you can get some really fast data speeds as well. The 8.99 millimeters thickness is great. It's really cool and thin. Got a slight bulge at the bottom, but otherwise it's very thin. Big phone, but it feels nice in the hand. Doesn't feel as big as you would expect a 4.5-inch phone to be. So this is the Samsung Infuse 4G coming out soon for AT&T. It's actually going to be released on May 15th for $199. This is Dan Seifert from MobileBurn.com. Thanks, guys.